Hi, this is Danielle Daws for UnityTV. This month at Unity we're following a theme which is Giving Thanks Unity style. We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia, so I thought I'd do a personal spin on it and show what I'm thankful for, which is that over here summer is just around the corner. So I'm utilising the idea of sunshine in my card today. So you can see me here cutting up some sections of masking film that's going to help me create rays of sunshine across my card. So I've cut it on my trimmer by going from about 2 centimeters wide down to 0 so that I can create these kind of wedges, as you can see me putting up there. And now I'm just sticking them on so that you can see where the rays of sunshine are going to appear from. I'll also put a little piece of masking film up the top because I don't want this sunshine rays to go over the top of my card. So on to with distress inks. I'm starting off with scattered straw. Now you can see that I'm going from the outside in, so from the outside of the sunshine rays into where they're actually coming from. The reason is I'm going to be deepening the colour all the way up to that top part, and I want to maintain a really subtle effect down the bottom. It is going to deepen considerably, but I want to try and create it to be subtle from the beginning. So next I'm going in with wild honey. You can see that as I did with the scattered straw, I'm going from the outside in. So from where the rays get larger into where they narrow down a bit, because I want to deepen the colours around that outside. I'm starting with my blending ink tool off the card each time, just to make sure I don't have any excess ink that will end up as a big splodge on the card. The next colour that I'm going to go in with is Rusty Hinge. Now Rusty Hinge is an orange kind of colour, it's a much deeper colour, but when you're using it in just a tiny amount, it can create this beautiful depth, as you'll see as it pops up here. So I'm starting quite a bit off the card. You can see there's more ink going on the craft mat than there is on the card. I want it to be able to be just that touch of depth. I don't want it to be a full-on look of the Rusty Hinge, if that makes sense at all. So you can see me going from the outside in again, but I'm doing just along the very edges. I'm not going in very far at all. After this, I'll go back with my other colours and just blend it further, because where it is now it looks pretty good, but I want it to have more of a graduated look to it. So now I'm going back with wild honey, and again from the outside in, continuing on from where I did the wild honey the first time. So it's not going all the way into where the scattered straw is, but it is going over where the Rusty Hinge was, and this will just help to blend the colours together and just give that nice soft graduated kind of look, which distress inks do so beautifully. And then finally coming back in with scattered straw and going over the whole thing again. So the way that I do distress inks is pretty much the same every time, that I start with the lighter colour, work my way up to the deeper colour, and then work my way back again just to blend, and it seems to work for me. So the next step that you need to do is you want to make sure that you clean off this area before you start taking the mask off, because there's nothing worse than having ink on your work surface, getting some on your fingertips, and then getting it on the back of your card as you're trying to lift things up. So you want to make sure that you do wipe it off. Now the masking film will just peel off nicely. I'm not going to show you taking off all of it, but I'm putting it on another sheet just next to me there so that I can use these sunshine rays again, because I'm really quite happy with the effect that they've got here. So now the last thing I'm going to do on my card is I'm going to put my sentiment, and this is from All Day Pass, and it says, "All you need is love and the beach." And I just really love the look of it, and I really love the boldness of the font and how that goes against the sunshine rays that I've created. So I'm going to emboss this in black on it, so it will essentially be a one-layer card, even though it's had quite a few steps. So I used Memento ink in black to create my template on my Stamp-A-Majig, and now I'm going back with Versamark to stamp the sentiment on my card. Now I'll put my Ebony embossing powder on there and heat it up. And I'm really pleased with how this has come out. I think it's a really simple looking card, but has a funky kind of feel to it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.